AP Automation, the 2019 Planning Guide. Today's webinar is sponsored by CoreCentric. I'm your presenter for today, Mark Brousseau. I'm the president of Brousseau & Associates, a full-service research and advisory firm specializing in accounts payable, accounts receivable, payments, and document automation. One housekeeping item before we get started. If you have any questions during the course of today's webinar, I encourage you to use the Q&A panel on your screen to send them to us electronically. We'll answer them at the end of today's webinar or offline after the webinar is over. So chances are, as you're building out your plan for 2019, automation is probably at top of the agenda, and why not? When you look at what automation delivers for organizations, highly automated organizations are able to process invoices faster, more accurately, with more visibility, and with fewer supplier inquiries and less stakeholder impact than organizations that use low or no automation. The question becomes, however, what's the best way to automate our accounts payable operation? And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to take a look at the current accounts payable landscape. We'll provide you with an overview of the accounts payable automation continuum. We'll try and make sense of all those technologies that are available today for automating AP. We'll look at the different automation models and key considerations for selecting a partner. And we'll show you what you stand to gain if you put the strategies that we're going to share with you today to work. So let's start with where we are today. This is the least pretty picture of what we're going to discuss. When we think about the way it is organizations process invoices, well, the mechanics are pretty much the same. We receive, process, and pay our invoices. Today, invoices arrive not just as paper, but increasingly via fax, email, PDF, ERS, EDI, e-invoicing, whether it's through a network or standalone, and then someone's got to process them. And for many of you, that's a manual affair. What we find is the majority of organizations are processing invoices in a manual or semi-automated environment. And this is where we see a significant increase in cost, complexity, errors, and lack of visibility. At the end of the process, well, then we have to pay suppliers, and this in many cases adds insult to injury. Most of you are still using paper checks to pay your suppliers, although an increasing number of organizations are moving to electronic payments. This is what we're trying to solve for. This is what we're trying to streamline. And the reason we need to streamline it is, yes, only 22% of you operate in what we would call a highly automated environment, an environment where invoices are processed electronically in a touch-free environment, posted directly to an SAP or ERP system without human operator intervention. Many of you still process invoices in a manual, paper-based environment. 25% of all organizations are completely manual, according to IOFM. About half of all organizations are what we'd call a semi-automated environment. Perhaps they have an antiquated scanning solution, either for front-end or back-end scanning. Maybe they have some rudimentary OCR technology, optical character recognition for capturing some data. Maybe they have a standalone portal that they set up some time ago for key suppliers who insisted on submitting invoices electronically. But in many cases, those folks are still doing a lot of manual intervention on those invoices. In fact, so much so that the majority of IOFM members admit that they manually handle the majority of invoices their organization receives. It doesn't have to be this way. Automation solves those problems and provides significant strategic benefits in the bargain. The number one reason, in fact, that organizations want to automate their accounts payable isn't to reduce costs, although that's still high in the list. It's actually to improve control over cash management and spending. That's right. Organizations recognize that if they're able to automate their accounts payable, they can get better visibility into what's going on with their spending, and that helps the business achieve this big strategic objectives that it actually wants to achieve. Things like growing revenue, increasing net profit margins, investing in innovation, beating the pants off the competitors. This is what automation and accounts payable can do. If you take a closer look at this list, though, what you find is that strategic objectives actually underlie a lot of these reasons for automation, whether it's improving spending or simplifying processes or improving cash flow visibility. These are big picture ideas, things that deliver benefit far beyond the accounts payable department. When we look at the pressures and priorities that accounts payable departments face, it's not just the challenges in our walls anymore. In fact, the top pressure of AP departments is the need for real-time availability of AP data. This is the fallout from the cash crisis of 2008. Corporate America was caught with its proverbial pants down. It didn't know where it stood with its cash, and that exacerbated the financial credit crisis. In fact, we've only just recently dug out from under it. Businesses recognize if only they could unlock that information that resides in AP, now they'll be able to better control their cash and their spending. And so over the past 2 years, AP departments tell us that they've seen a significant increase in demands for real-time availability of data. And the emphasis there is real-time, not near time, not end-of-the-month time, not financial close time. No, real-time as in pick up your mobile device and see exactly where things stand. Now, if you're struggling to provide that real-time data to your organization, I have really, really bad news for you. Over the next 2 years, the majority of AP departments anticipate that their demands for real-time availability of data are only going to increase. But that's not the only AP pressure that organizations face. Cost pressures are an unrelenting fact of life, not just in finance, but across enterprises. In today's highly competitive global economy, with new competitors disrupting entire industries, that's no surprise. And one of the biggest contributors to those high costs, of course, is the high percentage of exceptions organizations must deal with. 17% of all invoices result in an exception. And for most of you, those of you with manual and semi-automated processes, well, those exceptions mean 2 to 4 weeks back and forth emails and phone calls trying to sort things out. And all the while, your stakeholders and suppliers are steaming. What's more, organizations still face difficulties in losing and misplacing paper invoices. And yes, they miss out on a lot of vendor discounts. And that's because it takes so darn long to process a single invoice that the window slams shut on meaningful early payment discounts. So priorities for organizations are to reduce costs, improve visibility, and to facilitate collaboration with key stakeholders, and to support those strategic working capital objectives that organizations are setting out to achieve. This is where automation comes in. When we look at organizations' key benchmarks, chief among them invoice processing costs, we find that automation has a significant impact in helping organizations reduce those costs. What's more, organizations are able to process invoices significantly faster, in many cases at 1/5 the time. And we know that those cycle times, well, they're insidious. Backlogs, past due invoices are chief among the problems of long cycle times. And once you have those backlogs, well, now you're invariably going to have those phone calls and emails from suppliers about invoice and payment status. You're going to have frustrated suppliers and some who completely walk off the job. What's more, long cycle times make it hard to rectify cash flow, and they often result in late payment penalties and missed early payment discounts. So we know we need to automate. We know that this is a priority for 2019. And whether you're completely manual or semi-automated, chances are that automation is on your roadmap. Question is how are we going to do it? How can we make sense of all these different technologies, approaches, and vendors in the market so we can make sure we get the solution that's going to pay the biggest bang for the buck? Well, the first thing is to think through the AP automation continuum. This is a chart prepared by the Institute of Financial Operations, and it does a great job of showing you the continuum that organizations go through to automate AP. We know that 1/4 of you are paper-based, completely manual keying, workflow matching, and responses to supplier inquiries. About half of you reside in that image-enabled, workflow-driven environment, where you probably have some imaging, maybe a portal for certain suppliers, but you still have a significant number of manual processes, chief among them resolving supplier inquiries, managing workflows, and matching invoices to POs. Nirvana is to achieve complete automation, to move to a best-in-class electronic environment where exceptions are handled electronically, you have self-service tools for supplier inquiries, and organizations are able to achieve straight-through posting. So how do you get from level 1 to level 4? And if you're sitting at level 2, how do you move ahead? Well, the key thing is to evaluate the different technologies available to you to make sure you have a roadmap for moving forward. One of the first technologies organizations consider when it comes to automation is scan and capture. We know that scanning paper documents provides significant improvements in efficiency and effectiveness. And it all starts with intelligent scanning, the ability to automatically sort document types, to classify them by invoice, purchase order, or shipping document, or yes, junk mail. We get that at the business too. Then the technology automatically extracts data based on the type of document that it's identified. Maybe it's by supplier, maybe it's document type. It uses business rules that you configure to extract all the data that you need to be able to process that invoice. Maybe it's the invoice number, the date, the amount, the supplier, or the purchase order number. What's more, it validates that data against information that resides in your ERP, so they can match the PO and the invoice automatically. And then, based on business rules you've set up, uses that data to route the document to the next step of the process. One of the key considerations for organizations is whether to do this process in-house or on an outsourced basis. Traditionally, scanning and data capture were an in-house affair. It required you to spend money on scanners, to spend annual maintenance fees, and if there were interruptions in the equipment, well, you had to deal with the downtime. You needed to train your staff to operate the equipment as well as the software. Any OCR exceptions, well, they were on your back as well. And at the end of the day, you were still managing paper, not strategic tasks. And so in many ways, we didn't move the needle very far. The good news is that today, software as a service outsourcing solutions allow you to relieve yourself of the burden of scanning and capture. Someone does this for you. In this environment, there's no investment in scanners on your part. You don't pay the annual maintenance fees. If the equipment breaks, that's the supplier's problem, and they ensure that there's backup, so there's no interruptions. What's more, you don't have to worry about training your staff. You have a supplier who has a center of excellence and trains their staff to be experts in this one activity. What's more, when there's exceptions to OCR reads, well, the vendor is going to correct those, not you. And what's more important is that there's no paper to manage. This is a zero footprint environment. You relieve yourself of this paper. Scanning capture is just one of the technologies available to you. Another key one to consider, and a top agenda item for AP practitioners, is workflow. For workflow approvals as well as exceptions routing. There's three key considerations when it comes to workflow technology. The first is smart routing. This is the ability to route invoices for distribution, approval, exceptions, and yes, payment authorization. You're able to configure business rules based on the supplier, the invoice, maybe the dollar amount, maybe the business unit. It can go to multiple individuals, or one individual can go across multiple departments based on the rules you configure. What's more, workflow can be set up to perform two-way and three-way matching automatically. So it compares invoices to purchase orders as well as to shipping documents if they exist. And in this environment, if there's a match, the transaction is able to be posted electronically to your ERP system without anyone ever handling it. Best-in-class organizations, those that have a high percentage of PO-based invoices and are performing two-way and three-way matching, are able to post more than 90% of their invoices automatically without anyone ever laying a hand on them. Think about what that can do for the costs of your department. Workflow also allows you to integrate your AP processing seamlessly with your ERP system. This means that invoices that are approved can be posted automatically to your ERP without anyone ever having a key. And I can't tell you how frustrating it is to hear from large shared services organizations who've invested millions in their ERP systems, who tell me that they still key approved invoice information into those ERPs. That's madness. They're introducing more cost, more delays, more opportunities for errors. What's more, they get no visibility into what happens before the ERP. You want to have a seamless integration that provides you with a 360-degree view into your transactions, your suppliers, to give you that real-time visibility that's a top pressure and a top priority. Another key technology to consider is electronic invoicing. Electronic invoicing eliminates paper. It moves invoices from your supplier's billing system electronically to your AP system without the need for any data entry. With an electronic invoice solution, you're able to automate invoice receipt so that you can automatically validate whether the supplier in this invoice is legitimate. You can automatically match two-way and three-way transactions. You also can approve invoices automatically and automatically route those invoices that require exceptions handling. And approved invoices, they're posted cleanly to your ERP. In an electronic invoice environment, organizations are reporting that they reduce their costs anywhere between 60 and 80% compared to a paper-based environment. And when you think about all the things that electronic invoicing solution automates, it's easy to see why. But the benefits don't stop there. Electronic invoicing also facilitates online collaboration. So now those exceptions that you're trying to manage, well, those can be done electronically. Information is at your fingertips, and there's no more need for back and forth phone calls and emails. What's more, self-service tools allow your supplier to instantly ensure that their invoice was received, to see where it stands in the process, and to know when they're going to get paid, all without calling or emailing you. IOFM tells us that the average cost to resolve a single supplier inquiry is about $3.60. Think about how many supplier inquiries your team deals with every month. Online collaboration is a huge benefit. What's more, with electronic invoicing, you have real-time insights into what's happening with AP via the dashboards. You're able to have configured dashboards based on the user's responsibilities so they can see instantly the information they need. Remember the need for real-time availability of data? Electronic invoicing solves that problem. Now, you can purchase an electronic invoicing solution standalone, or you could leverage a so-called supplier network. Now, these are online tools that allow buyers and sellers to join this online community and submit electronic invoices, view invoice status or payment information, and to collaborate to resolve exceptions. Supplier networks are also being extended to be able to exchange early payment discount offers, to facilitate the exchange of tax documents, to just communicate between buyers and sellers to strengthen those trading partner relationships. Supplier networks offer a number of benefits compared to those paper-based and semi-automated environments you might be operating on. It accelerates invoice approval cycle times. Invoices are submitted instantly, validated instantly, and processed fast. There's no scanning or data capture cost or effort. Now, we know that not all invoices are going to necessarily go through a supplier network, but for those that do, the cost is going to be negligible compared to a paper-based or semi-automated environment. What's more, you're going to have reduced increase for suppliers as well as stakeholders. The information they need is at their fingertips, and you can control who sees what and when. But the beauty is that for suppliers, they get 24/7 access to the information they need, so they don't have to call you. Now, there's a couple of models for supplier networks that I want you to be aware of. This is a key consideration. The first is where suppliers pay a percentage of their spend. In this case, buyers are going to pay an implementation fee, and you're going to pay a fee per invoice. Your suppliers are going to pay a percentage of spend in order to submit their invoices through a supplier network. Needless to say, in this model, you're going to encounter a lot of resistance among your suppliers when you're trying to convert them to this solution. And the goal is to electronify as many of our invoices as possible. So this is a key consideration. There's also the supplier flat fee model. Now here again, you're going to pay an implementation fee and a fee per invoice that is processed through the supplier network. Instead of a percentage of spend, well, now your supplier is going to pay a flat monthly fee. Again, suppliers are going to be resistant to this model. Now, not as much so as giving up a percentage of their spend, but still, they're going to be reluctant. The best model? Well, it's where it's free to suppliers. In this case, you don't pay an implementation fee. You just pay a per invoice processing fee. And your supplier, they pay nothing. And for this, there's a low level of resistance. Suppliers will be happy to submit their invoice electronically because they know they're going to get the benefits of that immediate confirmation, the visibility across the process, the ability to collaborate with you on exceptions so they can get paid faster, the ability to see transaction history at a moment's notice. When you're looking at supplier network, consider these different models. Make sure you ask your vendor how they operate. Because if you choose the right one, if you choose the supplier free model, you're going to get a faster adoption among your suppliers. And that's going to help you reduce your costs and achieve those strategic objectives that are so key to automation. When we look at which technologies best-in-class organizations are using, well, it's all of the above. Leading the way is document imaging and scanning. And this is no surprise because this is the heritage of our industry, right? Paper. Best-in-class organizations are digitizing that paper. And 61% of them are automatically capturing the data on that paper automatically. What's more, another 61% of best-in-class organizations are using automated routing and approval workflows. They're eliminating that paper chase, the sneaker brigade through our organizations. And despite what you might have heard at trade shows or in magazines, 2/3 of organizations in the United States are using electronic invoicing to facilitate the electronic receipt of invoices. Electronic invoicing continues to grow, and it will continue to grow over the next several years. The key thing is to have a plan, a roadmap to get you from paper-based processing to electronic touch-free processing. Now, when we look at those technologies, what are the key capabilities that separate the best from the rest? Well, first and foremost is standardized AP processes across the enterprise. Best-in-class organizations simply don't have these fragmented standalone systems that so many of you are currently relying on. What's more, best-in-class organizations are doing two-way and three-way matching so that they have the ability to process invoices straight through. And they have the ability to automatically route those transactions that can't be posted automatically for approval and for exceptions handling. So they're not handling it as paper. Now, it's not just technologies you need to think about. It's also the delivery models that they are through. There's 4 key automation models that I want you to be mindful of. First is in-house. This is the least appealing in my mind. It's where you build your own technology, install software, and maintain it with your already burdened internal IT department. The problem is our technology is changing fast. AP is becoming more complex all the time, and our IT departments are already overburdened just keeping the lights on. In most cases, organizations that build their own solution find that they're outdated the moment they flip the switch and turn them on. Another model is for hosted, ASP. This is where a third-party provider hosts and maintains your dedicated software. This is very appealing compared to on-premise solutions. There's less hardware and software for you to purchase. Then there's a hybrid software as a service model. It's delivered as a subscription service over the internet, single tenant, so it's secure, and it's a packaged solution, so it's easy to deploy. And then there's a true software as a service. This is the most appealing model. It's delivered as a subscription service over the internet. It's multi-tenant, highly secure, and highly configurable. When we think about these solutions, we also have to be mindful that we might have the bank knocking on our door to offer us AP solutions. We all have key banking relationships. And it's probably true that someone has already asked you about using your bank's service for AP processing. The problem is that our relationships with banks are typically as a treasury or finance organization. And most banks, well, they lack key AP functionality. They often offer only certain technologies and certain capabilities and certain payment types for certain suppliers. You get the idea. The goal of the bank is clear. They want to extend their banking relationships, but you don't want to do it at the sake of you achieving optimum efficiency and effectiveness. You also might consider on-premise solutions. As you might have surmised just a moment ago, this is becoming a less appealing option all the time. Yes, on-premise solutions are highly customizable, but that's at a tremendous cost, and we don't have bottomless budgets. What's more, on-premise solutions require capital expense in terms of hardware, software, infrastructure. It goes on. And for most on-premise solutions, there's a huge professional services fee that comes along with it. Just ask one of those on-premise data capture vendors to ballpark what it's going to cost for you to convert your 10,000 suppliers in your database to their solution. And then how long will it take? And how much of your staff is going to be involved? And then whatever they tell you, I want you to ask their customers how it compares to their experience. You're going to be horrified. For those reasons, on-premise solutions have a longer implementation than SaaS solutions, and they require significant IT support. You simply can't get out from under it. You're also going to see that the market has enterprise content management, ECM solutions. There's a lot of them out there today, and on the surface, they're pretty appealing, right? They address those document-driven business processes, such as approving invoices and managing exceptions. And in many cases, they can be frequently leveraged over multiple departments. So somebody in HR might have an ECM solution, and the vendor might be pushing them to use it for AP as well. There's a problem. These solutions are not always optimized for AP. In fact, their strengths might not be in AP at all. And we all know that one business application is not the same as another business application. You want to make sure you're dealing with a solution and a vendor who knows what your pains are and the solutions to them. And now we get to SaaS solutions. The pay-as-you-go model with low risk, low total cost of ownership, and a faster return on investment than the other models I've just discussed. With a SaaS solution, there's a shorter implementation time frame. There's no upfront infrastructure expense, and it requires little IT support. IT loves SaaS solutions. Don't believe what you hear from the on-premise vendors. There's no need to have an on-premise solution to ensure security, to ensure that you have the best technology, because a lot of that is just myths, or worse, untruths spread by vendors. The facts is that SaaS and AP has grown at 40% per year versus declining growth for in-house solutions. What's more, SaaS models allow clients to customize your solutions as you need. They can handle your complex transactions, and they can be adapted to your even more complex transactions. And with a SaaS solution, you're not sacrificing any functionality. You get the same features and functionality as an on-premise solution. And while there's lots of talk in the general press about disruptions to Amazon or Google, the reality is that this is incredibly infrequent when it comes to SaaS solutions. And all the leading vendors, they have backup continuity plans. And importantly, SaaS eliminates in-house maintenance and can help IT streamline its operations. If they don't have to focus on you, IT can focus on other core capabilities. Another key consideration in delivery is mobile. Mobile might be the most important technology to the future of AP. The majority of AP departments tell IOFM that they expect that their business will approve the majority of invoices they receive over the next 3 years via a mobile device. And it makes perfect sense, right? Mobile offers anytime, anywhere access to information using a computer or a mobile device. You can use it for electronic sourcing, procurement, invoicing, as well as to initiate payments. Mobile solutions such as those from CoreCentric, well, they offer an engaging digital experience. They're easy to use, and they're optimized for PC as well as for a mobile device. So you're not giving anything up by reaching for your phone or your tablet. The next key consideration is your partner. And most folks gloss over this. They get excited about brochures and videos and websites, but there's 5 key things to keep in mind when you're evaluating a partner. The first, of course, is to identify key technology platforms, features, and functionality. So you need to make sure that the solution that you're looking at does what you need it to do. Second, you want to make sure the partner layers services on top of technology. You want to make sure they're going to support you with implementation, support, upgrades, as well as additional services, perhaps supply chain financing. You want to ensure that the partner has tools for simplifying and automating the financial flow. This isn't just about transaction processing. You want to make sure the partner understands your business intimately and what needs to happen to make finances run more smoothly. You want to make sure the partner has a track record of adoption and employee training and has a plan in place for your unique requirements. And finally, you want to make sure you choose a reputable, established partner. Look, there's dozens and dozens of partners in the accounts payable space. You have too much riding on this to choose the fly-by-night or upstart vendor. You need someone with a track record. Look for them with references in your space, a track record of dealing with someone with similar volumes and similar needs. Remember those services we talked about? These are becoming increasingly important. You need a partner that can help you with strategic sourcing and electronic payment processing, a top agenda item for accounts payable departments in 2019. You want to make sure your partner can help you complete the last mile. You want a partner who can help you from receipt all the way through payment so that you can achieve optimum B2B payables processing. You have a lot riding on your accounts payable department. Chances are that 2019, automation is a key priority for your organization. And that's an unquestionable priority. Organizations that automate become world-class. In every single metric, they achieve significant improvements compared to their peers with low or no automation. The key thing, though, is to choose the right solution. If you choose the wrong technology, the wrong automation model, or the wrong partner, chances are you're going to end up with a wrongly sequenced digitization of AP processes. You're going to end up with loss of credibility in your organization. You're going to waste a lot of time you don't have correcting all the suboptimal processes, and you're not going to achieve your ROI. And we know we don't have too many bites at the apple here in AP. We've got to make sure we do it right. So when you're planning your automation strategy for 2019, I want you to put these concepts to work. I want you to spend a lot of time thinking through the technologies, the models, and the partners. On behalf of CoreCentric, I want to thank you for joining us today. And if you want help developing your automation strategy for 2019, my friends at CoreCentric stand ready to help you. You can contact them using the phone number or the email address on the screen. They'll be happy to set you up with an expert who knows what needs to be done for you to automate your AP department appropriately. Thank you so much for your time today, and good luck automating.